How often do you find yourself checking your email? A few times a day, maybe several? Chances are teenagers have you beat on this one. More than half, almost 70% of teens go online at least once a week. When they are online, 85% are surfing for more than an hour. And forget the phones, 33% of kids and teenagers use email, instant message, and chat rooms to stay in contact. And that includes staying in contact with the people they don't like. With so many young people on the net, kids are now using the web to entice teens electronically rather than bug them on the playgrounds. It is called cyberbullying. So how do you know if your child is being bullied or is doing the bullying themselves? Dr. Sabella, professor of counselor education at Florida Gulf Coast University, is joining us right now. And Dr. Sabella, you know, you ask any teenager now, and the internet is really practically their life in a certain way. Why is cyberbullying becoming such a phenomenon right now?
Well, Paul, you're right. And kids think of the internet and technology a little bit different than adults. When they log on, it's really a continuation of what they did at school or at work. And so they carry on conversations that they started in the lunchroom, in their bedroom, via a chat room or other website. And that conversation can get continued the next day in the playground. And yeah, one of the reasons why we're seeing cyberbullying really on the increase is because of the power of technology. Now kids don't have to worry about being at school, on the playground, in the classroom, or even in the hallway. They can pretty much cyberbully from anywhere at any time. There's no more limitations of time and space. One of the other issues here is that the internet has provided a power that they've never had before. They can cyberbully more than one person at a time. They can do it in front of audiences, not just of a small group or even hundreds, but now in front of thousands. And they can do it among multiple media. They can do it with text, photos, videos, links, polls, and the list goes on.
All right, what should parents be looking for here? What are the characteristics, if you will, of a cyberbully?
Well, that's a good question. And unfortunately, I wish there were a better answer. If we could have a prediction, if we could have a way to identify who cyberbullies are, we would be able to do that better and stop them in their tracks. So there's a lot we don't know. However, here's what we do know. We do know that some cyberbullies do it purely by accident. They get caught up in it. They can't stop themselves. When it is that they're caught, they do learn their lessons, and they hopefully feel remorse and stop doing that in the future. There are some kids, however, and bullying is a cyclical problem. A lot of these kids have been bullied themselves. And so because they're experiencing hurt and anger, they actually decide to bully others as a result. There is probably a third group, too, that kind of scares me. These are kids who are just callous. They trying to achieve power over others. They know they're hurting others, and they do that through fear, and they don't seem to mind. Probably another group of cyberbullies are the ones who really have been desensitized. They've watched the violence and the cyberbullying around them, and they really don't see it as bullying. In fact, they would be surprised to know that we would call them a bully, and for them it's really just fun and games.
So if a parent sees that their child is becoming a victim of this, what are they to do?
Well, the first thing is to stay calm. This can be a real nerve-wracking experience, but to support your child, listen to him or her, and work with him or her in order to resolve the conflict. I would also say keep track of records. In other words, don't delete anything. If there's an internet message chat log, if there's an email, save all that stuff because it can come in handy when it is you're trying to resolve the problem. Also, you might want to call the internet service provider about the abuse because probably what the kids are doing is against their policies and they could get shut down. And finally, I would say inform the other parents of the parents of the perpetrator who they may very well be surprised to learn about what their child is doing and should follow up. And then also work with school officials. I'd also include the law and really do it the right way.
All right, Dr. Sabella, thank you very much for being here. If you would like to learn more, Dr. Sabella will be conducting a seminar during X-Fest this Saturday from 9 until 2 at the Fort Myers Christian School.